Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing good. Stay home, stay safe, and let's start with biology. I'm Ruminder Kaur. We will now start with chapter number 6, life processes. You can see life processes are those important processes which are helping us for survival and sustenance. These are very important, otherwise, we will not be alive. They help us to be in equilibrium and they maintain all those activities which are essential for any living organism. So, just giving an overview, there are four life processes, out of which we have already completed number one, that is nutrition, in which we have learned that how food is taken, that is called ingestion, and then food gets digested by different enzymes which are present and secreted by various glands in our body. Then those complex substances converted into simpler substances, they get assimilated in the blood and absorbed. Second process is respiration that we are going to start today. Third is transportation and fourth is excretion. Here we have already completed up autotrophic and heterotrophic kind of nutritions, and today's topic is respiration. Respiration is very important. It is helping in breakdown of food. That breakdown takes place in the presence of oxygen, called as oxidation. If it is taking place in the presence of oxygen, it is known as aerobic respiration. But if it is taking place in the absence or shortage of oxygen, it is called as anaerobic respiration. So, first of all, we will talk about respiration is not breathing. I'm repeating, respiration is not breathing. Breathing is just a simple process by which we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide gas. So let's start with the very first experiment in which it is being told that how we can check that the gas which are being exhaled contains carbon dioxide. To demonstrate that exhaled air has carbon dioxide gas, we require number 1 test tube, number 2 straw, and number 3 lime water. First of all, what we will do, we will take a test tube, we will pour small amount of lime water in it, and then we will take a straw and blow some air into it. You can see the color of the lime water is changing into white. This clearly represents that lime water turns milky, which is indicating that it contains carbon dioxide. Now let's start with demonstration of alcoholic fermentation in yeast. What do we require? 2 test tubes, 2 1-hole corks, 1 bent glass tube, sugar solution, yeast, and lime water. Procedure starts. We will take some fruit juice or sugar solution in test tube A. Add some yeast to this. Fit the test tube with 1-hole cork. Now we will take second test tube and add lime water in it. Again we have to fit the another 1-hole cork, and now we will fit bent glass tube into it. Now you can see one side of the bent glass tube is in lime water. So the evolution of carbon dioxide in it will turn lime water milky. That shows the gas evolved is carbon dioxide gas. Open the cork In test tube A, containing sugar and yeast, the smell of alcohol is observed. Means here ethyl alcohol is formed, and this is a kind of anaerobic respiration. Note down, respiration is engine of tissue breakdown, and the process can also be termed as aerobic catabolism. All the living organism needs to make this energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So each and every living organism will undergo the very first breakdown of glucose. Now we all know this is the glucose which is synthesized from carbohydrates. This is the simplest carbohydrate then that can be easily absorbed by our body. It is a 6 carbon molecule in the cytoplasm. It will break down into pyruvate. Pyruvate is 3 carbon molecule plus small amount of energy is released. Now here I would like to tell you that glucose breakdown into pyruvate is common in both aerobic and anaerobic organisms. If I ask you one question here, that from one glucose molecule, how many pyruvates are released? And the answer will be 2. Then only 2 3 carbon molecules are released with the breakdown of one glucose molecule. Right. Now we will further study that how the breakdown of this pyruvate will takes place into different compounds. First of all, you can see, you can read it, absence of oxygen. Absence of oxygen means there is no oxygen at all. It can take place in yeast, in mushrooms, in fungus. First product that is made is ethanol. As you have already seen the experiment, the evolution of the gas from yeast and sugar solution was ethyl alcohol. So from here you can find out that ethyl alcohol is none other than ethanol. Now the other molecule that is made here is carbon dioxide plus energy. Coming to the second part, this is a process which is taking place in human bodies. I'm repeating, it is taking place in human bodies in our muscle cells. Which muscles? It can be legs, it can be arms, any muscles which are working very hard. It can be during physical exercise, when you're running, or when you're doing any hard manual work. So your muscles are getting fatigued, you get tired. That is because there is shortage of oxygen. Oxygen is there, but it is in less amount. So pyruvate breaks down into lactic acid. Lactic acid is again 3 carbon molecule, so there is no production of carbon dioxide. Energy is released, but it is in very less amount. But don't worry, your muscles will regain all the energy when you will inhale oxygen from the environment. Lactic acid will further break down into carbon dioxide and energy, and you can revive the normal situation. Now coming to the third one, which is abundantly taking place in human beings and other animals in the presence of oxygen. It takes place in the mitochondria, which is also known as powerhouse of the cell. So the products are number 1 carbon dioxide, number 2 water, and number 3 energy. So this was the pathways of breakdown of glucose in 3 ways. Number first was absence of oxygen, number second shortage or lack of oxygen, and number third presence of oxygen. Now if I come to this paragraph, you can see that all those things are written which we were talking about. Fermentation is an important term here which is telling us that it is anaerobic respiration where any kind of alcohol can form. So you can read from here, Fermentation has been reported for the formation of organic acids like lactic acid, butyric acid, acetic acid, etc. Now, the next question which is coming is the question which can come in board exams: differentiate between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. So you can read the differences. Aerobic respiration, common method in the presence of oxygen throughout of our lifestyle. It is going on. It is liberating a large amount of energy, that is 686 kilocalories, as compared to anaerobic respiration that is only releasing 56 kilocalories. Then aerobic respiration takes place in cytoplasm and mitochondria, but anaerobic respiration takes place only in cytoplasm. In case of aerobic respiration, the breakdown products are carbon dioxide and water, but in anaerobic respiration, products can be carbon dioxide or ethanol, that can be called as ethyl alcohol. There is no harm, no toxicity in case of aerobic respiration, but in case of anaerobic respiration, it can be toxic to plants. So they require oxygen. So with this, we have covered up this topic, that breakdown of glucose is taking place by various pathways, and the energy released is ATP, which is very necessary. It is called as adenosine triphosphate. So it is a kind of endothermic process. So you are doing in chemistry also. Endothermic processes are those which require energy. So energies can be of different kind: mechanical energy, light energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, and so on. So aerobic respiration means, what is the limiting factor? That is oxygen. So if here I would like to talk about, in case of plants, we have already done that stomata are the minute pores which are present on the surface of the leaves that helps in exchange of gases, and the second function is transpiration. Exchange of gases means respiration. You know that in photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken inside and oxygen is evolved. But during respiration, which is taking place 24 into 7 in plants, they take oxygen and they give out carbon dioxide. So during night, because there is no light, no photosynthesis takes place, so oxygen is taken from outside and carbon dioxide is given out. And if that carbon dioxide is taken inside, means if it is stored inside, then during the day the carbon dioxide is being used up for photosynthesis process. So this was the basic about respiration in plants and animals. Thank you.